Dear seeker, the mind is very cunning. It is cunning because it never operates from the front. It works from behind the curtain. You believe that you are thinking, but in reality the mind is thinking, and you are merely following it like a slave. The mind ought to be a servant. It is a tool just like your hands, your eyes, or your tongue. You are meant to think with the mind just as you work with your hands or see with your eyes. But this tool has become so dominant that it has made itself the master. Imagine what would happen if your servant started giving you orders. You hired him for your help, but slowly he sits on the chair and says, "Be quiet. I will run the house now." This is exactly the state you are in with your mind. The mind says, "Do this," and you do it. It says, "Go there," and you run without thinking. It says, "Be sad," and you become sad. It says, "Get angry," and you boil with rage. You don't have enough discrimination to even ask why. For what reason? You simply keep obeying the commands. This is slavery. The mind never tires. It runs continuously from morning till night, even commanding you in your dreams. You become utterly exhausted, but the mind never does. Even when you sleep, the mind is working in the form of dreams. You wish to rest, but the mind doesn't let you. This slavery has become ingrained because since childhood you've been taught that the mind is everything. Everyone said, think, analyze, remember. No one ever said, learn to silence the mind. Slowly the mind has become your master. You have forgotten that you are separate from it. You are not the thinker. You are consciousness. The thought is just your tool. This fundamental mistake is the root of all your slavery. The door to freedom. Recognizing your slavery. The day you recognize that the mind is not your master, on that very day, the door to freedom will open. For the first time you will taste liberation. Because as long as you are a slave of the mind, you cannot truly experience love. Peace cannot come to you, and the door to bliss will remain closed. Mind as master and you as slave, that is adharma, unrighteousness. You are currently living in adharma, but you can change it. The first step is to recognize that you are a slave. Acknowledge the slavery and the journey toward freedom begins. If you continue to deceive yourself by believing you are the master, you will remain in chains your entire life. The trap of time, past and future. The mind's greatest game is to never let you reside where life is. Where is life? Life is in this moment, here and now. But the mind has a great enmity with the present. It always drags you either to the past or to the future. The past and the future are both illusions. The past is gone. The future has not yet arrived. It is imagination. Yet your mind clings to both. You keep thinking, if only yesterday hadn't happened, or if only I hadn't made that mistake. You live in regret, and regretting what has happened is foolishness because it cannot be changed. Then you rush toward you feel tomorrow. I will be happy when I have money, when I have fame, when I find love. But this tomorrow never comes. When it arrives, it is always today, and your mind simply creates a new tomorrow. This is slavery. The mind does not allow you to stay where life exists. You are always either burdened by the past or worried about the future. Your hands are never free. All your energy is consumed in this race between the past and the future. The mind plays this game because if you come into the present, the mind becomes useless. In the present, there is no need for thought or imagination. There is only a need to just be. The mind does not know how to just be. It only knows how to think. The practice of awareness. Returning to the present. If you simply sit in the present and observe your breath, the mind becomes restless. It will say, "This is a waste of time. Make a plan. Think about tomorrow." It will drag you away. The mind cannot tolerate the present, but the secret of life lies only in the present. Love is only possible in the present. Peace is only found in the present. Bliss is only in the present. But because you are a slave to the mind, you miss all of this. No matter how much you think about the past, it cannot change. And no matter how much you think about the future, it will not happen according to your thoughts. Only the present is real, the present is existence. And the mind repeatedly pulls you out of that truth. Becoming the master. The mind as a tool. Mastery does not mean fighting the mind. Mastery means putting the mind in its rightful place. The mind is your servant, your tool. If you are the master, the mind can take you to the peak of life. If you are a slave, the same mind will lead you to hell. The true meaning of mastery is to use the mind, not be used by the mind. If your hand started moving without your permission, you would call it a disease. But the mind does the same thing. It keeps thinking and talking without your permission, and you don't recognize it as slavery. The master is one who can say, "Mind, think now," and the mind begins to think. Then they can say, "Mind, be silent now," and the mind stops immediately. This deep freedom is born when you become the master. You can think when needed and be silent when not needed. This silence is meditation. This silence is peace. This silence is your real home. The art of watching, meditation. The first step of meditation is very simple. Create distance from the mind. You have always believed that the thoughts that come are you. But the truth is that thoughts are separate from you. You are consciousness, and thoughts are like clouds passing in the sky of that consciousness. Just sit, close your eyes, and in the beginning do nothing. Thoughts will come of anger, love, memories, plans. Do not stop them, do not hold them, do not chase them away. Just watch like someone watching people walk on the street. Slowly you will realize for the first time that you are not the thought. You are the witness, the watcher. This realization is the beginning of meditation. The mind is like a horse. The horse itself is neither good nor bad. It is just energy and strength. If given the right direction, it can take you quickly to your destination. But if you let go of the reins, the same horse will throw you off and lead you astray. The essence of wisdom is to take the reins back into your own hands. The new dimension, living as consciousness. The great tragedy of life is that man lives as a slave to his own mind, which is filled with desires, fears, memories, and anxieties. When you are swept away by these currents, you lose your freedom and become a slave to circumstances and emotions. If someone insults you, you become sad. If someone praises you, you become happy. This means your happiness and sadness are not in your hands, they are in the hands of others. This is slavery. The miracle of meditation is that this situation is reversed. Meditation helps you experience that you are not the mind, you are the witness. When this experience deepens, you become the master for the first time. Mastery means that thoughts will no longer control you. They will come and go, but your roots will be in silence and stillness. When you become the master, you taste true freedom, a deep internal freedom. You remain unshakable within. Sorrows come, but they cannot grip you. This freedom leads to silence, Moan. When the mind is under your control, an inherent silence emerges within. The silence is not forced, it is spontaneous. And from this silence, bliss, Anand, is born, which is dependent on no external cause. When you become the master of the mind, your whole life becomes a celebration. You are no longer just a thinking machine. You experience the deeper consciousness within yourself. You are the king, Swami, not the servant, Das. This is your birthright. Take the first step today. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and look within. Recognize your thoughts. Experience that you are the watcher, not the thought. This first realization will bring a revolution to your life. The first taste of freedom, which is like nectar.